Hello, all you happy people. This is Key of W with more Islands of Insight. So, um, what did I do last time? I think I did some of the shifting in phase. Yeah, I got a little bit closer to solving it. One of these days I'll go back and take care of the three puzzles I don't understand. But in the meantime, let's take care of some more of the Archipelago of Curiosities here. So that's where I'm going to go today. But this guy is asking to be caught. Oh. Let's try again. Nope. No. Well, finish one, start a second one. Okay. Well, now I'm over here. We're just going to sort letters, I see. They all have to escape, so that is going to be like this. Alright. How about you? I did say Archipelago of Curiosities, right? I'll get there eventually. What's this? Is that over here? I think it might be up there. Yeah, it's here. I was basing it off of the view of that building that I see in the left side of the picture, so that's what I was doing here. I have to be... Where do I gotta be on this? There. So yeah, where I'm going is this direction, kind of, but I am getting distracted, as is the usual thing. I don't know, this is fun. I enjoy doing stuff in this game. 'Tis a good game. Despite some complaints in recent episodes about particular puzzles I think are bad, overall, this is a really good game, and it's a shame that it isn't more popular and that it didn't make it, essentially. Although, frankly, if the designers had started their development as a single-player game and not tried to make it an actual MMO, there probably would have been no discussion of whether if it was a failed game. It probably would have just been considered a moderate success. Hey, some people played this game and liked it. Alrighty. Archipelago of Curiosities. I do not predict that I will finish every single puzzle here. Once more, there's just so many. But if I can at least make some headway, that'll be good. So, I've been ignoring this section over here, this place with all the matchboxes. I think it's about time I tried to figure them out. So yeah, solve... If I can get up to 200 puzzles, let's see if I can do that today. So I see a lot of red matchboxes. Are there any green ones around here? Ooh, hold on, is that an image? Ah, I can see into there, so let's look for the red version of that. There it is. Are the green all on this side or something? Oh, the green are probably all inside, so we gotta find an angle. That is not this simple, it's that simple. That one is not that simple. Oh hey, there's a logic grid in here too. All dark regions 3 and light regions are also 3. Well, this could be a light cell or a dark cell. One of those is going to go that way. This was a light cell. That's also possible. Same if this is a dark cell. Ah, but if this is a dark cell, we're going to run into some trouble here. So I think this is a light cell. I think we're going to have a similar issue here. Yeah, so this has to be a light cell as well. So we're doing something like this. I just don't know which direction it's going to go. But I can test it. Ah. It's going to go the opposite direction of this, I think is what we're going to deal with. No matter what this is, those are light cells. And that's a dark cell. Oh, there's that. Oops, other way. Something's wrong here. No. Try that again. So if we have this going around, yeah, we can't go around that way. But can we go around this way? No. Okay, so we can't do that. So there has to be... but then if there's a dark cell here... Ah, I see. It doesn't... This dark cell would force this. So if we had this one, we would force these moves, which would cause problems. So this does have to be a light cell, but this one could still be a dark cell because we could do this. So I guess that leaves us with this being a dark cell. This is only a 5 pipper. This is not supposed to be that difficult. I'm supposed to be able to make a pretty rational, logical inference here. So if I did this, for instance... This is a possibility. No, it is not. So whatever happens here, that has to be the direction that we go. No, that doesn't work either. What's going on here? This can't be a dark cell. If this is a dark cell, then these... Oh, no, we can go this way. We can do something like this. So I think these then do have to be dark cells. But then what direction do we go? Like, do we do it this way? What's irritating me here is that I don't see the logical step to make, because I really don't like guessing. I don't like doing the thing of, oh, let's assume it's this and then see what happens. I want to be able to know, make a logical inference of what it has to be. So... this could happen. What if we did that? Let's just see what happens. Okay, that breaks the puzzle. So, this could go out and do something like this, maybe? Let's try this, see what happens. No. This direction? No. So, this has to be a dark cell, I think. So we do have to make something here. So, once again, I'm guessing. I'm guessing, and I hate doing that. They both can't go up, because then we have this issue up here. Can they both go down? No. So we do have one of these goes up and one goes down. And so I'm just guessing which one it is and hoping that I'm correct. It can't be that direction, so it has to be this direction. Okay. I think I have it then. I think this has to be it. And then I think this will have to be a dark cell. Yep. Yeah, I just had to guess until I had the idea. I don't like that. I want the... Oh, that is that the one that was up here? No, that's a different... That's... No, that is this one. So there has to be an angle that sees that. Is there a hole somewhere in here? Ah, there's a hole here. But I can't see it from in here. So I think if I go outside and go back up on top of here, I can get an angle that sees through that hole. That's a different one. Those are all different ones. What about this? That goes there. This is different. No, see, where was the hole I was in? Was it down? It wasn't down this side. Although we could find something here, probably. Hold on, that was down here. That was there. So how do I see both of those? Because to get an angle, I need to be like over here. I might need a different, if there's a different hole. There's that, which I think goes into here, so... I could do this type of thing, which feels like cheating, but it is a legal move. So I could... No, I'd have to be, like, really coming in hard. And then, like, grab this if I want to do a moving sort of, like... Nope, I'd really, really have to come in hard. Maybe I gotta be up here. Can't seem to see any of them from up here, though. How about from up this side? I can see that one, which was here. Where's the red curly guy? It's that, so I think I just want to be between here and there and just get a good look. So now we got that sort of Z or 3 symbol. So I know where that one goes. I know where that one goes, I think. Ah, that goes into here. So I feel like if I'm up higher, I'll have a better chance of getting that. Do that little trick. Okay, so I still need to find those two. The angle that'll let me see them both. I don't know with that. Let's go back in the building and see if there isn't a trick. So I think I got all of them in this room. This is way over here. So it looks like there's a ramp. That's not a straight edge. So if we were to look for it, yeah, there's a hole. This hole is where we see that. Is that the one? Maybe this angle is the one to have it with. No, that's just a terrible angle to look in there. Your best shot is getting up close. I can see in from there. But I think that really is the opening that I get to see that from. Once more into the underside, so maybe getting further back. I really can't see anything from down here. So can I see? So the other way, is there another way in? Maybe on this side? No? Ah, there is another way in here. This... I wonder how I'm going to see that one. This one as well. I don't think I'm going to see anything from down here, so I think I do have to be outside to get those two. I could see this from there. So where's the... So there's this piece I know goes down there, but there's that squiggly green one there. Where's the red one for that? Something outside is making an awful lot of noise. Where's the other red one? Ah, it's over here. So, yep, that'll be the angle. So I just got to figure out what is going to get me the angle into this hole. That's the only opening I see that is remotely doable. And we're not going to get an angle from here to then see all the way over this way. It's got to be something like this. But from this spot, there's no line of sight out of the room. There's a line of sight as far back as here, but there's no then line of sight anywhere else. So where is the trick spot? Unless there's another hole I don't know about. It's not through there. Oh hey, there's a logic grid down here. All dark regions and light regions are 3. Okay. Well, it's either this one, which makes these 3, or this one, which makes these 3. So those 2 are dark cells. So that can't be a dark cell, can it? No. It's got to be a light cell. So this will force these. Once more. It looks like we kind of just have a pattern going up here. There doesn't seem to be any other opening except that one. So my thought initially would have been stand here, get the shot to get like... Maybe there's like a tiny sliver I could see. Are you kidding me? Okay, there it is. So I think that's all the matchboxes here. But there could be more. There's an arch. Down here. I guess you get this and then drop off the edge. Okay. Where's that skydrop going? That's going out this way. Cool. Let's hit this area too. Let's do some of these puzzles I see. So the Sentinel Stones, there's a lot of them. So, what can't I see here? I can see them both if I get close. Then I can't see any of those. So let's move more this direction. Now I get everything except for that, and I'm not going to find an angle here. I could find an angle on this side. Yeah, this one just has so many stones that the angle's hard to find because just numbers. If I back up a little. There's one behind there I'm missing. Yeah, so there's never going to be a spot here. There could be a spot this direction? Okay. So, there's stuff in the way. So not here. There's too much stuff in the way. Never get those. I don't need to stand just in the middle, do I? Ah, there's that. I think this is where I tried at first, and I got most everything. It was just that block there. So, to get all 3 of those, I can't get that. Okay, let's figure out what to do with these 3. Whoa, I just got, like, zapped a long distance over here. This will never work. To get these 3. What if I'm in the middle of these 3? I won't get both of those. No. I can do here. Ah, but there's one here. There. There. I just need to be a little bit more this way, and what did I lose? I need to... how do I get both of them? Yeah, so this won't work either. This is starting to feel right. That's going to be a problem. To get both of these, I need to be here, and now there's that in the way. Oh, I just got forcibly moved in the direction. This cluster here is tricky. Because I need to get everything in that cluster. It feels like this angle won't get it. What's an angle that gets everything in this cluster? That won't, because there's the piece behind there. This? No, because there's a ton over there I'm not getting. That one, but there's this piece I'll never get. This one's pretty devious. I can't be in this because I'll never get both of those. Can't be over here because I'm going to get that one. Yeah, there's never a way to get both of those from here. So that's the question. If I can get this cluster, I think I can get them all. Okay, this gets the cluster. Are you serious? Move a little bit this way. What did I lose over here? That one. This loses multiple. Alright, backed up a little bit. Now, what did I lose? That one. Yeah, I need to get this one now. So everything in that cluster... I feel like I'm going back to a position I've already been to. Now I lose that one. There. There. I actually need to be more forward. Oh, a little more back. A little more back. No, then there's that. I would have to be further this way, and I'd lose both of these and that one. No, I don't think that's going to be it. I think if I move further back here, I won't get both of these, probably. Ah, I lose that one. No, it's not going to be here, but this gets this whole cluster. Going up really close definitely loses them because of this one. Yeah, I need to be... Yeah. This feels devious enough to be the solution. But then I need to somehow get this last piece. I move a little bit in. Now I have everything but that. So I would need to be just a hair more this way, but I'm going to lose that piece by doing so. If I move a little further back to get it, I lose this one. Yeah, it is like dead behind there. If I back up much further, I'm going to lose both of those, as well as some of these other ones. Yeah, this is as good as that's going to get. And if I move forward... Not and any more, and I'm going to lose this piece. so close. Yet lost that one. Can I move any bit? No. I want to actually move further this way. Is this just not it? Because it's so close. Man, this feels like it should be it. But I can't go much further back, then there's no way. And I lose that piece. And this one. Damn, I do lose that piece. Yeah, in order to get that one, I lose it. And I lose that one. So, is there another spot I can see all of these? This is another spot I can see all of them. But this is right behind. I cannot stay here. I'd have to back up a little further. A little further. This might be it? That one's right in the way. And I just lost another one. I lost that one. So, if I back up a little bit more, I lose a lot of those. Okay, now that's behind. I don't want that. I can back up a little more. I lose that one. If I keep this... Ah, there's that one. How far back before I can get both of these? But then those are lost to me. It's just this piece here I would need. And it's a very precarious position I'm in to get that. Yep, I can't see it from here. From here, I'm blocking two of them. There. Ah, now that one's blocked. And that. I can't see all of it from here. We're back to where we were before. Can I see? Can't see them all from here or there. This sees... No, I need to see all of the pieces here. I'll never get it that way. This is really tricky. So, it won't be from within here. There's too much blocking the way. Yeah, these are going to block everything coming through there, so I can't be on this side of it. I need to see everything in that cluster, and the only spot I could find was some version of this, but I also could get some version of this. So this one's missing two pieces. There's this one here, but that's easy to fix. Then there's that one. So I gotta move further here, and then... What did I lose? Oh, it's right... It's literally right behind this. So by doing this, I lose a bunch of extras just to pick up that piece. Those go behind this piece. So I'd have to move to this end of it, and then I lose that piece. Then to get this piece, I lose these ones, so I have to back up even further. We're back where we started here. To get this piece now, if I move any bit more that direction, I lose that one. What did I lose here? I lose, so I can't get both of those unless I back up even further to get both of these. And now that one's blocked. To get this, now I block that one. So close. No. I gotta keep all these. And there's that one blocked too. Now, I just gotta not lose anything in this cluster. There. Whew, that's tough. That's a toughie. Okay, how about these rolling block puzzles? Okay, I've got to get this block through all 4 passageways. I feel like I'm going to be guessing what I'm going to be doing here. So I need to make sure that I have a single piece here if I'm coming through on these sides. Actually, or in any way. So it would be a double, a single, a double. So like this. But then it would force this move. So one of these, what I'm going to do is this. Then I'm going to do this move. Here. This. Oh, I'm going to trap myself, though. So I think what I actually want to do is take this move here. Then come through in a way... And let's see, I need to this here. No, hold on. How would I want to do this? Once I hit this, I can't come in through the edges, because that will hit this piece, no matter what I do, because it'll be a single here, a double, and then it'll be on this piece. No, I just go through both doubles. So, first things first, let's just pick one. I don't know if it's this one. But then what we're going to do is come through this one. Both doubles. Or both edges. Then... Is it this way? No. Maybe it's this way. No. It's going to be this way. And then we solve this puzzle. That one's cool. That one's tricky. It's cool. How about you? Oh boy. So, how many? We just have these? Okay, I see the issue now. Is that we'll have to get these out of the way. And they're on top of the winning spots. Well, that didn't really seem to help me all that much. So I need this. Right, how do I get a piece there is the question. Would it be this one? Yes, so I have to get that piece there. Then I need to get a piece here. Which piece is it going to be? It won't be that one. Will it be one of these? No. Because these are stuck in this middle section. I think because they can't go to either side. That can't go there. this piece. No, that doesn't make sense either. This piece can only go to this one. So who goes over there? Because these ones are stuck in these four. This one has to go here. Hold on, if I do this, where's... Ah, this one goes here. I see. This is how it's going to be. And then this one goes there. Then this piece goes here. I like that one. That one's really cool. That was a really cool puzzle. How about this one here? This one's all about getting this guy into there. So how long is it? I don't know how many tiles long it is. What? Okay, so maybe that. Okay. There's some screwy bits here. There. Okay, so I just need to get it down. There we go. That was a lot simpler than it appeared at first. Do I want to do Morphic Fractals? How much do I want to do Morphic Fractals? You know what, let's get them out of the way. So we've got... Oh, come on. How am I supposed to figure this out? I think this is somewhat in the ballpark, because you see the shape here. Actually, it seems like the closer I get, the more it resembles the fractal, and the further away it goes, the more the fractal looks messed up. So the more it looks like a real shape, like if all the triangles are connected to each other, I'm close, I think. Right? So those aren't connected to each other. The lines are going all over the place. Whereas here, they seem to be... This is really close. There. This actually kind of makes the Morphic Fractals more doable, because you can use something to know if you're actually close. Like these triangles, if they start looking like a real shape, I'm really close to it. See, they don't here. They're not. I can see the edge of the triangle. Whereas if I get it more like there, this is getting a little bit less triangular. No, I'm getting more triangular here. Hopefully that makes sense, what I'm saying here. There. Oh dear, this is just psychedelic. So like this would ordinarily be way too difficult, but see how like there's a very clear triangle and a triangle there. But if I get close to the answer, there will be less distinction between the triangles. So I'm trying to find a place where the triangles don't have as much distinction. I'm kind of rotating around the edge of the circle right now. I'm not getting anything, so more closer to the center. This is starting to. There. This one is really difficult to tell what's happening, but I think if I put the spiral somewhere over here. There we go. This actually kind of improves Morphic Fractals, makes them actually a puzzle and not just random flailing around. It's a lot messier looking. Okay, so this is one of these two spirals. So if I can just get this one to be over here, but more up. Okay, that's too far to the right. Now where is it? Where's the spirals? Okay, this has gone horribly wrong. There, I need this to be a little... Okay, let me start by flailing around until I get something that approximates a singular picture. Okay, I'm going around a circle, looking for what's close. Doesn't look like anything is. Let's head toward the center. This is just a mess. Alright, this one's tougher because I know where the spirals need to go, but I can't seem to get them to go that direction. This looks like I'm getting somewhere. There. That one wasn't as good as the other ones. This needs to be a single, like, vein. So the more I can make it look like a single vein, the better. Hold on. This is multiple things. This feels like it's close. There. This is something? No. There. No. There's two spirals instead of one. This is approaching singularity, but it needs to then unwind a bit towards this. Like it's getting there, but what direction is going to pull it? Right? Left? Up? Down? No. So I'm over to the far right, but it's still very triangular. Upright? No. This is feels like I'm approaching something correct. Yeah, there it is. Who knew you could make Morphic Fractals not suck ass? So this one, the top, this area doesn't seem to have a lot of control over, so how do I make it feel more like a singular? It feels like this area I'm up here is pretty close. That feels closer. There. Yeah, these patterns that are supposed to make them harder actually make these puzzles more like real puzzles. Okay, I need a big hole there. I need a big spiral at the top. Let's see, moving around here until I get something close. This is close. There. I just need a single tendril here. Just down. No. It's not over. I'm digging around on the right side. I'm clicking and dragging to the right. Not getting anything. Clicking and dragging to the left is closer. Down left. How about toward the center of the left? There's too much stuff happening. This. This. Up. No. Up left. Down. Right. There. It's also easier for me to tell. Like, I can't tell what's going to happen when I move my mouse, but it's easier to tell what is happening because of the distortions. So I need to make this not so square on this side. So if I go down to the right, if I go up to the right, so I think I need to be on the left side somewhere. Maybe left side. Maybe it just there's somewhere central that'll do it. This is too fragmented. I need a lot of open space, like this, and then. So I'm making the curves, but I need to move them. I feel like I've got the curves going the wrong direction. I feel like I need to be this, and then I need to somehow move this around. No. So this piece going to here is correct. I just need to align them. Almost. No, that's not what aligns. This also isn't aligned. Okay, this one's a little trickier. I think I need the top left to be less of a thing. Where do I go for that? This way. So to the right. Oh, I'm getting there. There it is. How about you? This one looks like it's already somewhat close, but chances are there's a trick. So yeah, there's all these blank squares, so I'm in a totally wrong spot. Those squares need to feel less. Up more. Left more. Okay, I'm all to the left. If I move rightward, they start to blend, but they're very much not correct. This is the closest area. There we go. Wonder if there's any more. Hold on, let's take a look over here. Yep. That's not gonna work. I need 3 smaller holes. I got a bunch because I'm in a very, very wrong area. This looks like it's closer than I think. Okay. No, hold on. Let's drag around and see what I find. This starting to be more homogeneous color-wise, which is always good, but it's way off. I don't know what direction is doing what here. It's still too fragmented here. This is approaching something. But I got to be careful because this one in particular has a way of really going off if I click and drag wrong. Yeah, I've gotten further away. I need these to be more here. No, I think this stuff on the edge is telling me I'm all wrong. There, that's better. That's more like it. The stuff on the edge needs to be a little more homogeneous. That's getting some... Where do I go to get rid of this here? Edges. Okay, okay. Okay, it's turning into something. Is it this direction? There. That one was really trippy. Hold on, let's see if we get all these Morphic Fractals before I start doing other types of puzzles. How many did I do? There's one here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, there's one. Well, that one I think I just got lucky by getting it right when it started. So I got the 2 on this wall. Got a third one here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I need to get these on the ceiling. I think according to my save stats file, I have 15 left when I started, so there's probably 15 here. Okay, I need to make these starting to get somewhere down here. I'm looking over here, starting to get those be homogenized. There. And this one. So if I find 15 of these, I know I'm done. Those need to be elsewhere. They need to be more up there. Okay, let's take another count of these. So there's 2. There's 1 here. There's 1 up there. So that's 2 on this edge. I've got a third one here. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We've got an 11, 12, 13, and then there should be a couple on this edge. 14, 15. Okay, that's 15 of them. Let's take care of you, logic grid. And then that'll probably be enough for one video. We'll see. Connect all dark cells. Okay. Well, if this connects to here, that's fine. If it doesn't connect, then it would be going this direction. Is there a world where this is a white cell? Yeah, it actually connects just fine here. In fact, it probably will connect. It might. We just can't do this. How about here? It's only 2 stars. It's not going to be crazy hard. I don't want to guess. Well, if all these are connected, we can just do symmetries here. These, so those are here. This piece is symmetrical to here. This piece is symmetrical to here. Well, this piece, that's fine. Whatever directions these go. So, like, if I did this, then this would come out, right? Because this would be connected to there, yeah. So we could possibly make an assumption based on that. So if we did, for instance, this piece as a dark cell, then we have to move this down. Actually, since these are connected, the 5 and the 5, this can't be connected here, because now the 6 and this 5 would be connected. So those can't connect to each other. So I can't go out this far, because now the 6 and the 5 are connected to each other. So it has to go down at least 1, making that go up at least 1. But the 6 and the 3 are connected here, so this can't go like that. It can go out 1 space here, but it does have to move out, because again, we can't connect to here. So we have to move like this, block it off, block these off, and then block that off. I think so. I think this is what we got to do here. The dark cells are connected, so they're going to come out this way, which means 5 has to be a straight line. Can't connect to the 7 or the 4. This 3 can't connect here because then it would connect to the 7. So this can't go this direction. So this has to move in at least 1. and out at least one. Hold on, no. No. No, this has to move up this way. No, that can't go like that. Have I made an assumption somewhere I shouldn't make? Let's go back again. So we know... we can put dark cells here. Right, I was doing the symmetry wrong. We put dark cells there. But every space we make has to be answered, because all dark cells are connected. And they have to be. Right, so this would connect to here. So if I connect like this, I have to connect like this. And we're in trouble. So these can't connect, which means this is a required step. This is a required step because the 6 needs to have enough space to go, and it can't connect over here. So now this is required. We have to continue the 6. The 5 now needs to do this. So now how are we going to do this for? This has to come out, which means this can't go up. So yeah, we're back in that same predicament. We can't connect... Well, hold on. We can do this. Oh, because this 4 doesn't connect to the 6 here. That was my mistake. The 7... This can connect there. The 4 has to go at least this far, which means the 7 goes at least this far. It can go this far, or it can go here. We're not totally sure yet. And the dark cells do have to escape. So how far can the 7 go? It can go more that way. If it goes here, then this goes there, and then it could only go 1 more. So it can only get 2 more cells in this direction, so it does have to go out this way. So we do have to make it like this. 1, 2, 3. We can't do both of these cells because the dark cells all need to connect. So we can do 1 more of these. So it will contain that one. So it will either... one of these, these 4, it will have that one. This will have to connect here then. So this is how that will go. And then these have to connect, so that is the answer. Okay, I was just doing the symmetry wrong. I was doing a lot of like either horizontal or vertical symmetry when I needed radial symmetry. So yeah, if I hadn't made that mistake, this would have been a much easier puzzle. Well, that has been fun. Let's not do any more of these. Let's take a break from this area. I've done a ton of puzzles here. And we'll head back to... No, we're going to do one more. We're going to do one more. Connect dark cells, all area numbers. So dark cells are going to come through here. There's no getting around it. Let's see. 2, 2. Where am I going to go from here? Could have this. I can have white cells that are not connected to symbols. That's fine. So I can only have 2 dark cells down here. And 2 up top. So if I did this, we'd be in trouble because dark cells are going to need to go around here, and they either go through here or through there. So the dark cells have to go through this way or that way. Which means this isn't allowed either. So something like that, something like this. If this is a light cell, then I can still make the dark cells go around. That's fine. There's going to be, I think, 2 dark cells up here. Is there any way to make only one dark cell here? Yes, I can. I'd have to connect like this. It's the only way to do only one dark cell. Otherwise, I'd have something like this with two. Oh, hold on. There has to be at least one dark cell in here. And since all dark cells are connected, any dark cell, if I put one here, they have to come out this way. So that has to be a light cell. This could be a dark cell, but either way, that one definitely is. Which means that one is. I think I have the same deal here. This would overload, so I have to have this be a light cell for sure, which means that's a dark cell. What now? This could be a dark cell, and then we just do all these as light cells. No, there has to be a dark cell down here, because if this is it, then that's a dark cell, and if that's the dark cell, whatever. But this is a 2. So this can't be a dark cell either, but this could be. If this is a dark cell, though, all of these have to be light cells. Actually, could this be a light cell? No, because if this is a light cell, we have to have 2 dark cells, and then we'd be stuck down here. So that is in fact a dark cell, which means there can only be one down that way. So we do have to have one come out this way for sure, but we could come up here. Now, if this is a light cell, we would have dark cells here, there, and all of these would be light. Is that okay? I think it is. Well, no, hold on. If I did this and we had this happen, then the 4, I think, would be stuck doing this. And then these dark cells would have to come around here. So, or this, or I need the dark cells to come through somewhere. So if they come through here is fine. If they come through here is fine. But wherever they come through, I think this is the best course of action. Or this. If this is a dark cell, this is also possible. No, that's not possible either. Let's look for a move that is obviously correct. If this is a light cell, we have to do this, and we have to do that. So that is, in fact, a dark cell. If this is a light cell, we can't bring the dark cells through here. We have to bring them through there. Which means the light cells have to hit this. Right? Is there possibly... Okay, this can't be a dark cell. Hold on, that has to be a dark cell. Now, if this was a dark cell, we'd have a problem here. No. We can still bring through here, we don't know. If this is a light cell, we're fine. We'd have to put a dark cell here. If this is a light cell, this has to be a dark cell. Actually, we can't make this a light cell, because if this is a light cell, then that would block us off. This would force the 4 to be like that, no matter what. So that is a dark cell. Which means the 4... Is there any way the 4 avoids this? Yeah, it'd be those 2. If this is a light cell, that blocks us off. That blocks us off. So this is also a dark cell. Which means the 4... Still don't know entirely sure on this one. Where I could do this, I could do this, I could do that. This would bring it around. Any piece here would force that to be dark cell. If this is a light cell, I think we're still fine. I still feel like I'm overdoing this one, like it's easier than I'm making it. I know one of these is a dark cell. Is there any way all of these are light cells? I don't see why not. Because only one of these needs to be dark cell, so I have freedom to put dark cells here. This could be a light cell. Yeah. I can still do this and put a dark cell up here. Well, hold on. This can't be a dark cell, because if all dark cells connect, that's going to come out. So this is, in fact, how the 2 goes. I could bring it out, which would make all these... In fact, I do have to bring it out because all dark cells connect. I think that was the trick. I was just not looking over on this side at all. So now I've got these 2 and these 2. Those have to be light cells here. So the 4 is locked into this space, like so. That can't go there. The 4... No, this would make a problem. So this 4, I think, is that. I think it's the only thing it can be. It just can't block off the whole thing here, so it has to go there. This would be a problem. No, this... Yeah, this would be a problem. So with this... Yes. So... It is this. That has to go through, that has to connect here, which means the 4 is in fact like this. Those are all white cells. It means that's a dark cell, so those are all white cells. These would overload like crazy. And there's the puzzle. Wow, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Okay, now I'm done with this area. I've done 189 puzzles, miscounted somewhere on the way. So we didn't get up to 200, but that was an hour of puzzle solving. So we're going to take a break there. Head back to here. And we'll see what's next, I guess. Alright, that's all for this video. Thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.